evening, and welcome to Gustav Making Stuff. And today, let's let you know, 4 months in the working of this particular video. But I'm gonna show how to make one of these houses and garden and streets and stuff for this miniature set here. I hope you appreciate it, because this took a long fucking time to make. I got this package, which I roughly know what it is. So let's see what we can do with these miniature things. Well, the box is a little bit broken, but then again, can you blame it? It's PostNord who has delivered it. Well, you see here that the dog is very big compared to the car, and this chair is also very big compared to the car. Now, there is a bit of a kind of a scaling problem to this, because I bought it for being 124. This is a 124 car, which is the scaling because of other things I have. And I got a car with this. See the problem? It's absolutely not very well scaled at all. And also this refrigerator is like 150 tall, which I can live with because, you know, there are smaller refrigerators. And this bathtub is just tiny. This dog is fucking massive. Like, that would look like a normal dog size on that car. But on this car, it's one of the biggest dogs you can imagine. Digital converter, scale converter on the computer, which I am using. So, for instance, this is the biggest door I could find, which is 7 centimeters, which translates to like 168 centimeters. So this house is made for absolutely tiny people. It is a music box, which intrigues me. I have no idea what song this is. If someone recognizes it, please inform me what it is. It's a bit difficult to understand some of these things, what I should do. And also modified to the right scale. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Also, it will be for every floor, it will be raised 2 centimeters, so even the upper floor will be taller, so many people will fit in it. Also, the glue gun doesn't work on this for some bullshit reason, which I probably is that it is explained what glue I should use, but it's entirely in Chinese. So, I'm doing some markings here due to we have to extend this 2 centimeters for every floor, and the doors are going to be adjusted, but the windows are actually kind of fine, so don't worry about it. But anyway, if you order things from China and it says that it's going to do something and it doesn't do. I'm also going to do a lot of furniture things for this, but this will be a completely different video because this will be long enough as it is. You see, there we have the original plan there, and now I'm going to draw the door and the window and the overall shape there. And now I'm going to actually measure here, so where to extend this so the windows actually come to a place so they look realistic to it, but the sizes of the windows will still work. So you see, now we have done that adjustment there, I am going to continue to do this with all the other pieces and parts, because this is going to be the first template, and I'm going to do another one, and then I do a final third template. So you see, I'm doing markings here for all of this, and now everything has been also straightened out a little bit more. So you see, here we have the first templates of the house, a great house of many houses. So you see here, I've actually put the doors there, and I extend all the door parts there with this little plastic thing here, almost as thick as this little tree part here. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of a silicone mold here out of these things, because I'm going to do several of them. So if you're gonna do 4 of something or even more, that would be a good idea. So you see, I'm just putting this plastic cardboard there and a little bit of a edge to it there, and now we're going to actually mix up some silicone here to fill it all up. If you plan to do this, ask someone who already have silicone, because you're not going to use that much, and I have a big bucket of it. So anyways, now I mix that into the right proportion, let it gonna dry for or cure for 2 days. So we can make a little mold there to make. And you see here, I actually injected molding this just by putting the glue gun and just filled it up with glue, which works very darn well, as you see there with the glue gun. So that's a very good way to do it. Also, I tried to do one here in latex, and it did not work at all. But, well, I tried. The experiment was made. So you see, they are too floppy, and they're very hard to get the edges off and stuff like that. Anyways, you see here I actually have some yellow glue in the mold, and also have some transparent glue as window there. And this is a smaller part I did for the overarching thing. Now you see, I'm going to do this onto the plastic cardboard thing here. This will be also the first one, because now we're going to do the extensions of the house here. So I'm just going to cut it out. You can see here we have the roof and things like that. Just going to cut it. So you see, I bought this house and now basically scrapped it and made a new one from the beginning. But the furniture were quite good, even though they have to be fixed also. But it's very good to get a lot of things when you buy things. That's what a house with furniture, that was my plan to buy, even though it took a lot of assembly. You see, there we have the house now. Assembled, glued, and now we're going to extend it a little bit. So after some, now we're going to test also all the windows thing here. And I cut them all out here, but on the houses I'm not going to cut them out because to save time, because I worked back and forth for several months on this one. So you see, now they are very nice there, and also have a side window there, and we also have the door and the window there. So I'm not going to do any more like custom window things there, except for the extension here. We actually have the second floor over the double garage. As you see, they line up kind of okay in the back there. And now you see I glued everything with this little EVA puzzle parts, which are very good for this. You see, there we go, the first one. This is the mishmashed thing, so this will actually be the templates later on. And now you have this angle thing here, so they will actually snap together a little bit better. And see, we also have an angle inside there. Now the garage door. To make something look like a garage door, we actually have this plastic cardboard which has long tubes things going on. So you see, you already have the rigid things which garage door has, except if you have a more than one. The one I have is made out of wood and broke the other week, which now it's hard to open. Anyway, now the lawn are going to be mashed out here with the houses, because they are going to be on this political posters which I got for free from last election. So I hope this year's election I will get some more of them, because they're just gonna throw them away otherwise. Now you see we have rugs there, and now towels. Sorry, towels, and we are going to paint them brown here, because due to the filming of this, and it's going to be finished in June 2nd. This movie, and lots of the filming are gonna be winter, or it's gonna be, you know, very autumny thingy with lots of mud. You see, there we go, and a little bit of a dry brushing of green, and suddenly we have a more interesting lawn. This actually looks very good as like, well, not very well cut grass. It's a very good technique that I learned from the commentary to Robot Chicken. Anyway, so you see there I have 4 of these houses manufactured. And now this is a material that is used to put on the bottom of when you're going to do a little bit of a pond for your fishes in your garden, to even out so rocks are too sharp and punch hole to the plastic. Anyway, this is straws, and they will work fantastic as the rain collector things, what I don't really. And now here we have the well, end part there of the roof, which has covered. This is an actual printer toner, or printer cassette. You know, the colors for your printer, which is expensive. But they are going to be cut, as I showed there. And now they are on being painted. So in the meantime, we are going to cut this road. And now they are back from the paint here. And just gonna glue these little screw-ons to make the little bit of trash cans, because that's a detail that, well, most houses have, unless you're burning your own trash, which some people do. Anyway, so now we see I'm putting a little bit of a glue stick there onto the straw and bending it. These are actually from IKEA, so they're already silver, so they will do very well as street lights, which I will put on the street here. Which you see I have put a 5 centimeter strip on the side to make as a sidewalk. You can also do a little bit of a detailing more thing here, but at this point I am actually running out of time for this, because it has to be filmed very soon and also cut together to upload it. So you see, there we go. Here we have the neighborhood roughly. And I hope you get a little picture of how everything was done. There is a mailbox I did, which is a little bit of tubing cut in half. Anyway, so now you see this is looking black. So let's make it less black and make it a little bit more organic with some brown and then some dry brushing, some green, and you see you miss things everywhere. You will never get finished with mini models, that's the problem. Now this is pizza spices, whatever, use it on pizza anyway. This is very good to use as a little bit of a, what do you call it, autumn leaves. Fantastic. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. For you who got that reference. Anyway, this is the town here. As you see, 4 of them with a little bit of detail thing stuff. There's a lot I haven't filmed yet, but I will do the interior part in a separate from that kit I bought. But I hope you appreciate these mini model things, because I really much like plastic models and mini models and stuff like that, because I'm a massive nerd, if you haven't noticed by now. So, Tank Mayhem, as I'm now announcing, Gated Community will be a movie this will all star in, which will be released June 2nd, if everything goes to plan. Now I have to keep that promise. But, see you in the next one!